So the other day I noticed some damage on the bottom of the rudder when I was swimming underneath. So now I'm going to attempt to pull it out in the water and then, well, see how we go. I've never done this before. And then patch it up, hopefully, and then put it back in. All simple, sounds simple.
Perfect way to start the morning.
And we got our friend David, who stayed the night. He's going to give us a hand with the power.
So you can't see it, but there's actually 2 people in here.
Fun Sundays?
Yeah.
Sunday fun day? Something like that?
At least we're getting some rain.
Yeah.
So we've got these water catchments set up to get some rainwater. Hopefully. Fill up our tanks.
I don't know if you can see. Gonna remove these 2 bolts and then slide the rudder down from underneath. And hopefully the height of the pole stops the water coming in here. What do you reckon?
I hope it works. Ready?
Ready.
Always ready.
No.
No, no, no. Whoa. Wow, let's just hope we can get it back in. Hopefully it's that easy.
I reckon I'll get it in, but it's lining the bolts up would be the hard part. Okay.
Alright, show us what's wrong with it.
Just gonna repair this.
Oh yeah. Is the other side the same?
Not as bad.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't have to get wet. Hey guys, welcome to Once Upon a Reef channel. We're Ryan and Poppy, a couple of adventure junkie sailors out to explore the most amazing reefs and islands in the world.
We hope by documenting everything this lifestyle encompasses that we will inspire, raise awareness, and support ongoing research to do our part in protecting these natural life systems. Subscribe if you're on board, and come sail away with Skateaway.
So the other day in the rough weather, the wind direction indicator on here flew off. We've lost it a couple times, but this time it actually went in the ocean. So we're making a makeshift one. I use a little rubber stopper and a card. And I'll put that in there, and that will act as the tail. And hopefully it should work. I might just shape that a little bit.
That's my old student card from university. Gonna be our new wind vane.
Yeah. And I'll just shape this.
Yeah. You'll shape it what, like a proper wind vane?
To make it more aerodynamic. So this doesn't interfere with it.
Is it working?
Yeah. It points to the wind no matter which way it's from it.
Oh my gosh.
Now Poppy, we're flying the Poppy flag.
Good too.
The reality of sailing to such remote, beautiful places is it always seems to coincide with a lot of boat maintenance.
So yesterday we took the rudder out, which was pretty successful doing it in the water. Well, grounded it back and glassed it up. And now I'm gonna sand it back and then paint it, and then we'll have a go at getting it back in.
going to talk a little bit about food storage because this is super important. We've now been traveling for 2 weeks with the fresh stuff we have, so I wanted to share with you the things that we've done to try to preserve it, to try to keep it, because we don't have any shops to go to and the only thing that we can get is whatever the locals have and what we can trade for it. I also appreciate any comments of ways to improve what I've already done. Things like pumpkin, I've stored it all down this cupboard. They just don't like light and they need a bit of ventilation, so I've kept it in this cupboard. I've kept a cardboard box full of potatoes. Potatoes like pumpkin, they like dark spaces, no direct sunlight. These are like really good things to have because they last for a long time. Onions are in this basket. Onions need to be ventilated, but onions, they have this chemical in them, same with avocados and bananas, that will ripen other fruits or vegetables if near it. So I've isolated them in this basket. Green beans, keeping them in a plastic bag dry, they have kept really well. Any fresh herbs, herbs for Aussies, wrap them in paper towels, or I did chucks because that's a bit more durable and we can reuse them, and then keep them wet. Basil, like, we used to buy it all the time and it always would go off very quickly, and now I've figured out the way. So either I turn the basil leaves into pesto, which I have a few jars in the freezer, or I wrap them in chucks dry again. Look how good that is. And that's like over 2 weeks old. They used to spoil for us in like the first few days. But if you wrap them in paper towels or a chuck, and then you put them again in a plastic bag, and that's sealed, seems to keep pretty darn well. Some cabbages and lettuces, you put a chuck around it, but you keep it dry. Cucumbers, keep it in a paper bag. I've done that with some zucchini, which is in here. These look super good. Cabbage is really good because if it starts to go off, well, you could just pickle it or you can turn it into sauerkraut. This is 5 weeks old and it's good as new. This is the cabbage I pickled. I've also turned it into sauerkraut, so it's a bit different. This is made with salt, only salt, and that ferments the cabbage. This is made with vinegar and water and salt. This does not ferment it, but it still keeps it. These have been really good, and we've had these for 5 weeks. These were green beans I pickled. A little bit skeptic because I've never had pickled broccoli, but I pickled some broccoli. Oh, green peppers. These have been a huge hit, huh, Ryan? These have been so good.
My son.
So this is Gideon's handmade speargun, and you pull the rubber back to the end.
We'll get it out.
Now it goes.
Yep, and then you let go.
Let it go.
Ah, very good. And now we gotta catch some fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Ryan and Gideon are going out diving. They're gonna go bring us back lots of moro. Gideon with his handmade spear gun and Ryan with his store-bought spear gun. Let's see who catches the most fish. I feel like maybe Gideon.
Yeah.
See you soon. Big moro. What did you bring us?
Huh? I didn't catch anything.
It's all Gideon.
Gideon got two clam shells and a trochus shell.
Oh. They eat the trochus shell as well?
Yeah, inside.
Yeah, that's inside.
It's a really pretty shell. Clam shell.
They're supposed to.
So you already took it out of the clam.
Yeah, it swam down. It was like jumping off the coral to come back up. It's very heavy with the shell.
So is that the guts that you're gonna take out?
Yeah. We have to get this one out.
Oh, it's really black.
We have to get this out to get only white one. We boil hot water and then put this one inside. The whole shell. We put it in the meat. We put it in and it will boil for how many minutes? Like 2 minutes. Then we get it out from the saucepan, put it, and then start cutting into pieces.
Okay.
And then collect cabbage. We cut it and then boil with this one. And get coconut creamy. We serve it in a plate and use spoon to eat.
Okay. You want to say your last goodbyes before you fill up? Just kidding. I got you. I'm the safety woman.
So just at the top of the mast and fix the wind vane. It's so funny because some of the concerns people had for us, or maybe we even had, was having so much time together on this long travel on the boat together with no one else on the boat, and we would get sick of each other or whatever, but it's been the exact opposite.
Yeah,
We're
we've
like,
had no time of
no
just
time at
us
all.
two.
So if you get a little bit of time, you're like, oh
Yeah.
Just before we got here, it was a funeral for a fella
Yeah.
who passed away, apparently from sorcery, which they're having a meeting with the 3 villages around here on Friday or next weekend to try just find out who actually was the sorcerer that killed this fella and put
Which
him on
is
trial.
interesting because so they believe in like black magic or whatever you want to call it here. So like some people are sorcerers and they can cast spells. We were actually taught a spell how to stop the rain, so that was ironic. I was like, maybe you want a spell to bring the rain.
Yeah.
And so yeah, they believe because this guy apparently wasn't sick in any way, and then he just gone, and there was no like marks, I gather, so they believe it was sorcery.
Yeah, it's been really interesting learning about all the magic side of things because they're very Christian and that's their main belief now, but it's still very strongly ingrained as these other beliefs. And to become a sorcerer, apparently you have to kill your mum and dad or
The person who taught you the sorcery.
First you have to kill someone of your own blood, and then once you're good enough, you try use the sorcery against the person who's taught you the sorcery, and then you've proven yourself, and then you can use it to kill other people. And then there's also different spells and stuff to protect yourself. You can hide within stuff so that these sorcerers can't find you, or the sorcerers can use other stuff to kill people. And there's special places within the islands that you cannot go because there's giant snakes and giants and different things. On the mountain near here, the biggest peak, there's a giant bird of paradise that comes out once a year, and if you're around that area, you'll disappear unless you know the right spell to stop it.
But yeah, we've just learned so much, and we're very excited to see what's next. Like this wasn't even a place on the map to come to, so imagine what the other places are like.
Yeah. Oh, exciting.
Exciting!